Hey iScrappers, this is Tom from the iScrap app, and today is Wednesday, November 21st, 2018. We're pre-recording this video because we're going to take a bit of an early afternoon so we can go home, spend a little time with our friends and families, and we wish you and yours a very happy and safe Thanksgiving. Here it is, the first of the holiday season. Big ones has come upon us, and we're getting ready for lots of turkey and lots of scrap, and hopefully some of you are going to be sending us some pictures of some deep fried turkeys, some Thanksgiving meals, and some scrap that you guys are working on. So what was that?
Post below.
Oh,
pictures,
yeah. Make sure you post any of your pictures. Just put them on there, tag them, I don't know, scrap turkey, or just go at us, iScrap app. I don't really do that tagging hashtag thing. I'm very old school with this stuff. But we do want to go over a couple of cool things that have happened over the last week. If you click to the post, you'll be able to see some more facts and some more details of what's been going on in the overall markets for the last week. We're trying to include more and more information from all different types of markets, even if they're just a little bit of a snippet, so you get a better idea of what's going on overall. If you're not paying attention to these things every day or every week, hopefully this weekly report will kind of give you an update of what's going on. We'll kind of go from there. But what we have seen is, we'll start with a little bad, and we'll end up with a lot of good. We've seen the stock market erase all gains from 2018. While the market was up this morning, yesterday we saw a more than 500-point loss, and that erased a lot of the gains. And a lot of people are going to ask, well, what is that going to mean for the metal prices? And we'll continue to go back to the meeting that's going to be happening at the end of this month and beginning of December between the U.S. and the Chinese, when it's going to be happening down in Argentina. This meeting is going to really show what's going to happen the next few months. Now, there's a lot of articles that we've been reading, and a lot have completely opposite views. A lot are very pessimistic that nothing's going to happen, that President Trump is going to go in there and say, it's our way or the highway. And then we've read other views that have said, listen, these tariffs have gone on for so long that the Chinese are getting hurt, and the Asian markets have continued to be pummeled over the last 6 months, that the Chinese might be ready to come to the table and make a deal, so the next round of tariffs that's scheduled to hit in January 2019 gets held off, and we see a bit of a change in the overall market. But we're going to have to wait and see what happens 2 weeks from now. So we're kind of sitting on the edge of our chairs and really waiting to see how this is going to play out. I think it's going to be a very interesting thing that's going to be happening, and I'm opting for the optimistic point of view, because we want to be able to hope that the copper prices are going to react positively. The aluminum prices are going to really react positively. Aluminum has been the one metal that, in my opinion, has been hit the most this year. Copper prices, while they're not, at that super high level that everyone wants them to be at, they're still at a very, very strong point. I thought that if these tariffs continued as long as they have, that we would see copper 50 cents below where it is. But I think the stock market being up for most of the year has kept the copper prices up, and the oil prices rising brought the copper prices up. But now we've had oil prices fall to 13-month lows. One of the numbers that we reported was $2.62 a gallon was the reported average price per gallon for Americans this week, lowest in 13 months. And with the price of gas continuing to drop, I believe it was 7 cents from last week to this week, it's going to make it a lot easier to travel. It's going to make it cheaper to be able to move things. So we're really not sure where the copper markets are going to go. I don't know if any of you pay attention to some of the news in Saudi Arabia, but with the killing of that journalist, many thought that we would see sanctions going against the Saudi Arabian government, and that hasn't really happened because we rely on them so heavy for the oil, and they're looking to keep the gas and oil prices low, and any large sanction or tariff or disruption they think is going to cause a bit of a worldwide chaotic swing. So we're really waiting to see how a lot of these things are going to play out. So the steel market has reacted again positively. We've seen an increase, a small increase, $3–4 a ton on average, and we haven't seen any major increases on the east or the west coast. But what we have seen is the rest of the country picking up those increases that we saw for the last few weeks, picking up and really moving into the Midwest and the tougher areas of the country that were able to move scrap. That's where we've seen a lot of these prices starting to jump up. Copper, relatively unchanged, plus or minus 5 cents. While we haven't seen it jump over the levels they were a few weeks ago, we saw a bit of a drop. Then we saw that rebound earlier last week continue, went back and forth, but we haven't seen any big swings. Again, you have the holiday here, and then you also have the meeting that will be having a really large effect on it. So, Scrappers, this is Tom from the iScrap app. Today is Wednesday, November 21st, 2018. We wish you, your friends, your family, your loved ones, your scrapping friends, the entire scrap metal community a very happy and safe Thanksgiving. Until next week, I'll scrap you later.